Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today guys, we are filming outside in the great outdoors. This is real snow out here today guys. This is not CGI snow. This is real, honest to goodness snow you can see outside. So I decided to film outside today, simply for the fact, yes, that's a snowball. I decided to film outside today because the fact of the matter is, I just thought it would be a nice thing to do. Not a lot of people film outside, especially in the snow, so enjoy it. It's not that cold out here, by the way. So today guys, we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic today. Out here in the snow, I thought this would be a good place to film since Necrons have brought such a cold thing to the Yu-Gi-Oh community. See, this is what Necrons leave in their wake. A whole bunch of freaking snow. So that's a bad joke probably, or whatever. But today we're going to talk about a very interesting topic. We're going to be talking about how you can look into decks and save money in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! So if you want to build a deck in real life, IRL, it will cost you money. And I know to some people out there, $10 to build get a single card is expensive. And I understand that. I went through that road when I was a little kid. But I understand all that. But if you have a little bit of money to spend, if you're in high school or you got a part-time job or something like that and you have some money to spend, you're in a good position in, I guess you could say, life to buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards and spend money on Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I am blessed because of some happenstance to be able to spend money and play the game that I love in real life called Yu-Gi-Oh! And a lot of people ask me all the time, hey Seto, how are you able to build so many decks? That's a lot of money right there. Well, there's a couple of things I'm going to be talking about over the course of a couple of videos throughout the weeks about some tips to share with you guys on how to build a whole bunch of decks cheaply and effectively and have fun playing with them. So, today we're going to be talking about how to look at a deck that you want to play in the future and invest in it early and not have to spend a lot of money down the road. So let's talk about a couple of cards that have gone up in price recently, which I want to do this one first because of a lot of card prices have gone up recently. Lavava Chain went to over about $100. It's about $60 to $70 right now. You could have picked that card up a year ago for about $20 to $25 a year ago this time. Very cheap card to get. D'Augusto Emerald used to be a $15 staple card, $14 staple card. Now it's a $25, $22 card. Volcanic stuff. You could have picked that stuff up months ago to play Volcanics in high rarity, and it would have been very cheap before the new trap card came out if you knew what Volcanics did and you really wanted to play that deck. Same thing goes with the heroes, actually. A lot of people are scrambling to find Masked Hero Acids because it only came out in one particular tin, I think it was. It was a $1.50 card 5 months ago when the Masked Hero archetype got originally announced. Sorry, I'm a little nasally right now, but what I'm trying to say is when the things first get announced, sometimes the hype is not there for the cards because people don't know what the heck they do. Okay, if I'm going to play Volcanics, I have to do some research, and sometimes people don't want to do that. But if you do the research, if you just look on YouTube, Google in Volcanic decks from, when the Volcanic support got announced originally, and you say, I would really like to play Volcanics. You could have gotten that stuff cheaply because you looked up at what the staple cards are. No matter if you don't know what you need for your things, you could say, well, this could be used for the extra deck possibly. This is what I need for my main deck. It's pretty staple to run, 3 Volcanic Rocket, 3 Volcanic Shell. This Firestorm guard type of card is something that seems very important. Same thing goes with, Masked Heroes. If you looked into it and said, I could have used Lavava Chain, and I'm just not going to use it for that deck, but I'm going to use it for 5 other decks, so it's probably going to earn its money back, even if I spend $20 in it. It's something very important you have to think into. If you just do some investigation, play test, try cards out, look at what other people are doing, you can figure out what these cards are early on. Buy them very cheaply because most likely the price hype will not be there. Now sometimes, granted, if the deck is really, really good, the price hype will be right behind it. Nekloths are a good example of this, I guess you could say, unless it was very early on when we didn't really know what Nekloths were. We just knew they were a ritual deck. If somebody back then invested in Manjus, Senjus, and all the ritual support stuff, you probably got a good deal on it. But if you waited just a little bit, it skyrocketed very quickly, as we all watched, until I got the reprint and stuff went down in price for the most part. So it's a good rule of thumb literally, to look into a deck. I have found throughout the course of playing Yu-Gi-Oh for multiple years, to buy cheaply, to look into a deck, say to yourself, what are some possible cards I'm going to need for this future deck that I am certain I want to play? Buy the stuff. You may not use it right away, yes, but you're making a long-term investment. So you don't have to pay that $8 or that $20 extra because you just sat and wait and saw what other people did when the hype train came through. Try to beat the hype train to the station. Try to beat the thing to the punch. I promise you, it will save you money. I've done this on multiple decks already for the Super Starter set that's coming out because I've always said in my mind, I want to play Gagagas. So I got the Gagagas support, if you guys have watched this channel, over a year ago. Same thing with Chronomalies, over a year ago. Because I knew as soon as Neberdisc got announced, I said eventually it will make its way to the TCG. Same thing with Gagagas Sister, eventually it'll make its way over here. And it's doing that. And there's a very good likely possibility that some of these certain cards, like Simon the Moral Leader, which only came out in Number Hunters, may go up in price if people want to play that deck more. So, it's possible. You have to do your investigation work. You have to do your homework. So that's my thing to you guys. If there's a deck coming out 5 months from now, look into it. See what it's going to have, you know, what that deck's staple type of cards are, and invest in it. You may not be playing it right away in real life, but if you got the money, invest in it. And I promise you, when that time comes, you'll be the one laughing all the way to the bank, and you'll be the one that says, you know what, that was a good thing, and it was worth it. And when you get to play with those nice hollow card versions of it, you say, or you don't have to spend, you know, break your wallet to pay those decks, you know, now that they're very expensive, or those certain cards, you'll be grateful. And it's something I've learned from watching other friends do it, and I picked up on it throughout the years, and now I'm telling you guys, do your homework so you can use your money more wisely. There's some other things we're going to talk about in the future, guys. Rarity, we're going to talk about another time, I think. Rarity. We'll also talk about investing in good cards early on when they first get released and things of this nature. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on in another video. But till next time, guys, take care. Have fun dueling. Good luck dueling. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something from it. I really hope this video, you know, opens your eyes and said, I'll have to try that out. So, guys, till next time, take care, everybody. Seto Kaiba, I'm out of here, guys.